Happy Thursday and welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is gonna be absolutely bonkers. Now, the data is in, and we have new players stepping up to bat in the form of institutional investors purchasing communities of single family residences. And the new kid on the block is JP Morgan Chase. They plan on purchasing over $1 billion of single family residences that they plan on turning into entire rental communities. Again, guys, not apartment homes, not commercial multifamily, but single family residences. And now personally, I think it's getting to the point where something needs to be done about this problem because there are so many local housing markets right now that the natives and local residences have been completely priced out because of the migration of investors. So again, guys, in my opinion, something needs to be done about this. This is getting completely out of control. In fact, it is already out of control. But regardless, guys, remember, I'm not your financial advisor. Even if we want that, even though my bio is as a realtor, loan officer, and instructor in all things real estate. Plus, I had a foreclosure, bankruptcy, repo, and lost everything in 2008. I'm currently renting right now, super frustrated. I'm making as much money as possible, super outworked so that I can become a winner on the other side of this housing market. And for the haters, don't worry. I also own real estate, so back off a little bit. But regardless, guys, please, for this effort, like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and do me a favor, guys, shoot me a comment below. I absolutely love hearing from you. But regardless, let's get started on this video right now. So essentially what we're going to do is jump into a Yahoo Finance article, but we're also going to reference some data so I can show you guys what's going on in the institutional investor world. But the name of the Yahoo article is titled, "A Sign the Housing Market Has Hit Bottom. JP Morgan Plans to Acquire $1 billion in single family rentals." Again, you guys, not apartment, not commercial multifamily, but acquire single family residential rentals. That is huge, guys. There's a new player in the single family rental market, a joint venture between Haven Realty Capital and institutional investors advised by JP Morgan Chase that aims to acquire and develop $1 billion worth of single family rental communities. Not a couple, guys, not a block, entire communities. Comment below and let me know what you think so far. Do you think this is a good idea? I mean, this is in front of our face. This is right in front of our face. They're telling us right now we're going to buy billions of dollars worth of single family residences just to turn them into rental communities. That's crazy to me, guys. It goes on. The partners are seeding the venture with 3 commodities in the Atlanta area, totaling 250 homes, and are set to deploy $415 million in equity to acquire more than 2,500 houses. The partners will look at communities of 50 to 200 homes in the Sun Belt. And this is really interesting that so many investors, guys, are going to Atlanta, Georgia right now. I mean, there's a huge migration going into Atlanta. The for-sale housing market has been significantly hampered by recession fears, inflation and rising interest rates placing a burden on home builders and their ability to add to the housing stock. Founder and managing principal of Haven said in a press release. Here's the thing, you guys, they're struggling to have housing stock for normal buyers, right? For normal buyers, they're slowing down on permitting and construction. But the thing is, guys, they have increased construction for commercial multifamilies. And you can argue they have also increased construction for SFR rentals. So the only thing that they're making less of right now is actual single family residences that are designed to be purchased by you or I. Think about that, guys. So you know what? If the Fed pivoted today and lowered interest rates significantly, I'll have to admit I was wrong and we will become a nation of renters. This needs to stop. That's just my opinion. Let's finish out the article. Data from Redfin shows that median sales price for homes in the U.S. fell nearly 6.2% from May to September this year, while the number of homes sold fell by almost 16% over the same period. Now, here's the thing, guys. We're actually down about 8% if we look at the current information. So again, you guys, we are almost at year-over-year price decline already. Like this year, we may hit that in 2022. A lot of people aren't talking about that. I'm talking about it because it's going to be astonishing if that happens. However, some US markets appear to be leveling out or even rebounding. Do y'all remember me telling you as soon as the rates went down that this is going to happen? There's going to be a lot of people coming back into the market saying, being over optimistic, saying, I don't see a crash. I mean, this is insane to me. It's like a circle. It keeps happening over and over, and people rush back into the market. They purchase. Now, it's okay, for some people to purchase. I'm just saying, if you're looking at price, if you're looking at getting the best deal of your life, now's not the time to purchase. That's a fact, but people purchase for different reasons, guys, and I understand that. Now, despite the common fears of the housing market, some experts believe talks of a crash are mostly hype. Again, here's the thing. What's their definition of a crash, right? What's the definition of a crash? To me, I'm just talking about equity decline. It's impossible to predict the future. But again, you guys, we have the data now, so we don't really need to predict, do we? We have the data, you guys. We have the trends. Who's predicting? Who's predicting? We have the data. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? But concerns about a housing crash are over exaggerated. This is their words. While many markets, you see the over optimism, by the way, while many markets will see price declines, we won't see another 2008 crash. There is plenty of institutional capital backing the market, and current homeowners should be able to service their debt given the tighter credit requirements, unlike 2008. So again, you guys, I really hate that narrative where people say, oh, we're not going to crash like 2008, because here's the thing. What do they mean? What are they talking about exactly? Because again, we need to be careful what these people are saying, because we're looking at, as consumers, the price of the home. I'm not looking at a foreclosure wave, unemployment, hypersupply, a confirmed recession. Although those things should happen, and imagine what is going to happen to home prices when that does happen, right? But what I'm saying is, guys, right now, we don't even need those things to happen, and we're already seeing historically quick equity decline. So for the people that say you can't see a crash, you guys, listen. You have to understand how the housing market works. You have to understand the fundamentals. You have to understand how slow it can take. But again, if you've been waiting for years, what's another, few months or even a year to wait? Again, you guys, I understand people purchase for different reasons, and that's okay. But my point is right now is the longer that we wait right now, the better deal that we will get as normal home buyers. Okay. But here's the thing. If we wait, if we get complacent, we're going to lose our opportunity to all these greedy investors that want to take advantage of distressed sellers and people in distress. That's how investors typically make money. They make money off of people's hardships. Get them out. Get them out of the market. They completely disgust me. Now, again, you guys, I'm not saying all investors, okay? There's some really, really good people that actually improve society, but most of these guys, huge ego. It stinks up the world that they live in, and it's just, get them out of here. Get them out, right? Comment below. Let me know if you agree with me. I'm sorry if I triggered anyone that's an investor, but that's just my personal opinion, guys. Let's jump back in. Regardless of home prices, investment companies like Arrived and Haven are mainly focused on the strength of the rental market. While the median sales price for homes in the U.S. fell 6.2% from May to September, the median monthly rent fell by only 0.2%, according to data by Rent.com. So there you go, guys. Anyone that's disputing the rental market's fine, it's only going up. The median average across the nation is down. Yes, it takes time for every metro area to get hit, but the reality is now we have the data. So if you guys hear the contrary to this, you guys know that whoever's talking about rent doesn't know what they're saying, or has a hidden motive, or is just in la la land. More than likely, it's a la la land situation. Eric Kim, Haven's manager, director, and head of capital markets, added, the fundamentals of single-family rental industry remain solid, and JP Morgan believes, as we do, in the strength and viability of the asset class, along with our ability to execute. So remember, these institutional investors are after our houses, our single-family residents. They plan on converting entire communities of SFRs into rentals. And you guys, again, that's a big deal to me, because typically we want them in commercial multifamily apartments, even multiple units and things like that. But what we don't want is massive areas being converted into rentals that are single family residences. Those belong to Americans, right? And put a law, put a tax them. I don't care. I will sacrifice my own investment desires. And I only want to own 4 houses. I want to own a total of 4 houses, but I will happily sacrifice that if it means more people that don't have any house get a better opportunity to get it. Because remember, and I'm not knocking renters, so listen to me carefully. It's typically a complete waste of money to rent, and it's typically an amazing investment to purchase real estate. So just remember those things right now, guys. I'm just saying that right now at this current time, it's a time to be really super cautious for most people. Do y'all understand? I understand some people are super leveraged and they're going to be okay, but I'm talking to most people. Understand that. Take a look at some other data, because here's the thing. These guys are banking on the rental market staying solid. Now, what I'm saying is the rental market is actually not solid. And what we may see today versus 2008, we may see a wave of short sales and price declines, not coming from the resale or retail sector. We may see that from investors, institutional investors, mom and pop shop investors, because we have more investor demand right now, an investor share, than we've ever had. Take a look at some of these stats. And this is to all the institutional investors. Okay, now this is talking about commercial real estate. And a large portion of commercial real estate, guys, is commercial multifamily. But not only is there a rent problem with commercial multifamily and just rentals in general, there's also a huge rent payment problem with commercial real estate. So right now, institutional investors, they're going to get hit, and they're going to get hit bad. So it's going to be interesting to see who stays in business. But as far as commercial property prices are down 13% already this year. And that was a 7% decrease, as you can see here, in October alone. So again, you guys, these institutional investors are going to get wrecked in the months to come. Now, if that wasn't enough, here's another really important piece of data. U.S. apartment demand plunges in the third quarter as new leasings stalls more than expected. You guys, for the first time in 30 years, apartment demand has actually plunged in the third quarter. The first time in 30 years. Do y'all see what's coming? But again, you guys, if that's not enough, let's talk about how much inventory is on the market right now for investors. Now look at this. This is a little bit depressing. Single family construction starts plunge as home builders drown in inventory, but multifamily construction is at a 36-year high. Okay, a 36-year high. You guys, I will argue right now that what's even a bigger problem than the limited amount of inventory that we have is the overwhelming amount of investor share and investor demand in our market. And I will go on the record in saying they are destroying our housing market. The greed and their desire to profit is destroying it for all of the good people and for all of the first-time homeowners, and something needs to be done. Comment below and let me know if you agree. And also do me a favor and comment below and let me know what you think should be done to help curb this tremendous problem. All right, I don't know, and people don't want government interference, but what do? The reality is there's a lot of these people that are investing and ruining it for a lot more people. The locals and natives are getting absolutely crushed as a result of the rising prices and the rising rents from all of the investor demand, which brings me to my last point. We must stay ahead of them. We must stay ahead of inflation. We must stay ahead of unaffordability, and we must stay ready and prepared, because the wolves, you guys, the wolves are out in the market circling, and they're hungry to take away our opportunity. So don't let that happen. The deals of our dreams are just right around the corner, but you must stay ready. You must put in the work. Now, other than that, guys, I really hope you guys got some value, perspective, and insights from today's video. And if you're out there investing in real estate, I wish you luck, and I hope you win.